Hey everyone, welcome to the C Factor. We're four Gen Z hosts here to share our thoughts, stories, and opinions on everything happening in our world. Tune in for some laughs and the vibes you won't get anywhere else. This is the C Factor. Let's get into it.
Hello people, how are you? I am kind of good because actually both good and happy and sad because it is the last episode of the season
It is the last episode.
and I hope is going to be a special one because we have one of the MVPs of the UTECH base.
And we're also in our set again,
We're
which
totally
we hadn't
here.
been. So it's very good.
Yeah, we have a good production today. So how are you, Carla?
Very mm, good.
Good? Happy?
Happy.
Very good. So let me introduce you people. Here we have teacher Javier Parra.
Hello.
Hello,
How you
teacher.
doing?
We're doing well. And let's start with the questions to start getting to it. Yeah. So, teacher,
Yeah.
can you tell us about your journey into digital marketing and media and what initially drew you to these fields?
Um, what initially? Sorry, can you repeat that
Yeah,
question?
why are you like making your job?
Ah,
What's the stuff
how do I got to this?
yeah, put you here?
Well, I started like as a junior designer when I came out from my degree.
All right.
And I used to do like all the trash work that nobody wants to do. And then I
I like
noticed,
the chalan.
yeah, the talacha. And then I noticed that there was an opportunity for me to grow by myself
All right.
because I was like not happy with the place that I was working in.
Mhm.
And also my boss, he was kind of stubborn in certain things that I think that I thought at that moment that could be different. And he was like pretty straightforward with the things that he already knew how to do.
All right.
So I wanted to change. I wanted to change the way things were being done at that moment. And then he said, like, if you want to do it by yourself, then leave.
All right.
And I
What?
left.
And you did?
Totally did
I
it.
did, yes.
What is your degree about?
My degree is graphic design senior.
All right.
No, graphic design major, sorry. Major.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's a major.
It's a major, right?
And then I started doing it by myself. I also stole uh, like several clients from that agency.
All right.
As
Well,
you should.
because they wanted to follow me.
Yeah, it's
So they were like my base to start, and they allowed me to learn things that I wanted to do
yeah.
by
Working.
giving me their money.
Like working with them.
Yeah.
That's really good. And what was your first significant project? And what did you learn from it? Now that you're talking about these first steps, which one will you say this is the one?
Okay. Yeah, I would say that the very first was a project that needed a whole development in terms of image
Right.
and also interior design.
Right.
It was a nightclub that opened in 2014, and we developed the image of it was a restaurant. Originally it was a restaurant, and then it like evolved into the nightclub that it became later. But it's
That's pretty
still
cool.
open today.
Which nightclub it
It's
is?
called Salon Corona.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah, I'm not proud at this point of the job that I did, but I'm kind of proud of the things that I was able to learn with the project because they trusted everything on me. So it was pretty significant for me because I felt pretty commit to the project, and through the trust that they gave me,
Hmm.
I learned that you may commit mistakes, but they are not like the end of the project.
Of course.
Instead, you have to start solving the things that come up.
Yeah, you were pretty young, right? It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. Yeah, I was 23.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Big
around our
responsibility.
age.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
was like
kind of. Yeah.
mm, like just a little guy.
just a little guy in a big, big world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a boy.
Messing up with
Yeah.
others people money.
As long as it
The-
was
the
other
dream.
people's, that's the dream.
Totally the dream.
So we want to know which of your projects or campaigns are you most proud of and what made it especially meaningful for you?
Which am I? Which one is the one that I'm most proud?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. Maybe like the projects that I help for myself. The things that I do because I feel like I am able to. Those are the things that I enjoy the most, and those are the things that make me feel more proud about. Even if they're not accomplished at like 100%, maybe because I tend to abandon the project
Yeah.
begin if they're personal projects. Um, but maybe like the comic that I have, I drew a comic several years ago, and I love it. I still love the idea, and I still think that I'm gonna accomplish that project
Some days.
someday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a like anime animation type, right? Something like that. Or I was wrong.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a combination of anime, well, not anime, but manga
All
and
right.
comic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then I took like those two different styles and combined them to create what Artifice is right now.
What is the
And
name? Sorry.
Artifice,
That's
it's
big.
just like the business.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the one that makes me prouder.
Feel proud. Yeah.
Yep. Because it is mine. Nobody else knows anything about that comic,
Yeah.
and they cannot like copy, not even the style, not even the drawing style, and not nor the story, because nobody knows what the story is about but myself.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel proud, and it makes me feel also pretty comfortable. It is a world that I created time ago,
Mhm.
and I still enjoy going back to that world and like imagine the characters that live like inhabitate that world.
Yeah.
What else? If I have to speak about something professional, I would say that the project that I enjoy the most is being a teacher.
Mm.
That's because it is not like
Ah.
it is not like Ah, so sweet. It is not that.
I don't
So
like
because
them.
of the money.
Oh, it's not because of the money, teacher.
No, it is not. No, it is because you get to share your knowledge with people that also start like building their own image of what their world is gonna be,
Yeah.
and you have like this power to get to these people and reach them and say like, it is like awful out there,
Hmm.
but you're good enough to get over that.
Yeah.
Because it is not that most people here in Mexico, they tend to say like, oh, because of politics and then the salaries and everything, they're too low. Yes, maybe they are, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay there, or that you have to stick to that way of thinking. You can go further. You can push yourself and look for opportunities out of this country. Maybe if you want to get something like, I don't know, I want to make like $2,000 a month. Well, that's something reachable.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can do that, and it is not like something that you cannot accomplish. You can even surpass that goal, and then get even more and more and more. But something they have to know, or that I like to make my students aware of, is that you have to be able to picture or to imagine yourself into that picture.
Yeah.
Like I want to make $4,000. I don't want to make 2,000 because 2,000 would be good in order for me to live.
Yeah.
But why not aim to like 4,000?
Yeah.
Aim
Aim to the
higher.
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I want to mention that that is something that I'm grateful because, as you mentioned, you helped me to build my perception of the world of out there, so I can see myself being capable to do more things that the stuff that I was aware, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is like evolving, and it is thank you to the teachers that are very committed with their job.
Yeah, I actually remember a conversation that we had
Hmm.
where you told me that you somehow you came up to the conclusion that you were limiting like yes,
It was something like
yeah,
that.
you were like marking your own limits.
Yeah.
Yes, and
And that-
closing yourself.
Yeah, exactly, enclosing
Yeah,
yourself.
there are not like physical limits
Yes.
that we have. It is everything in the mind.
Yes, everything's in your mind. And if you can't get out of that way of thinking, then you have to work on stuff that you maybe have a little bit deep in yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not like going to the psychologist.
Yeah,
It's not that. It's like realizing the quality of person that you can deliver to others.
yeah.
That's what
It's not going to the psychologist or the therapist. It's like a self introspection, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, of course. Like going to the psychologist, it's good.
It-
Yeah.
Go to the
People,
psychologist.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take into account your mental health, please.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
But it's not everything about mental health.
Of
Yeah.
course. And I think at this age it's so easy to get stuck on ourselves and on our world. So it's really great to have, like teachers or older people that we can look up, know that they're not like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have your good examples and you have your bad.
Yes.
your bad.
Yeah, we do. And I think we're kind of getting to really know
Yeah, the
who-
bad examples.
The bad examples. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's really cool that you think and that you're so proud of being a teacher because you're a good teacher.
And you also have to be aware, being a teacher and being a professional person means that you might be aware that sometimes you're gonna be the good example and sometimes you're gonna be the bad one because nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah.
And you learn from your mistakes. That's something interesting too, because we have been like hearing this for too long. Like, you learn from your mistakes. Yes, I'm like yeah, you do. But you gotta figure out how
Yeah.
you learn from your mistakes because everybody learns in a different way.
Of course.
Yeah, also I going a little bit back with the comic stuff.
Oh,
I want to mention that it is pretty good that like anybody knows about it. So it is totally a project that it is for you.
yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, it doesn't need like the approval of any other person or something like that. And for me, it was something that I want to do with my life and with my projects. Like I don't want to need, I want to don't need that
Approval.
the approval of other people. So feel fulfilled with my projects by my own.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
they start becoming your safe place.
Yeah, totally.
That's good.
Okay, let's go with the next question. It is my turn.
It is
Okay.
your turn.
The question number 4 is: how do you keep up with the rapidly evolving trends and technologies in digital marketing and media? So, there is coming the AI and something like that.
Yep.
So, how is it going?
Well, it is going pretty good so far. No, you when you're in contact with the internet, like you start developing this ability to learn the stuff that you watch. For instance, if you watch TikTok frequently, somehow you absorb like the knowledge that they're giving you because something interesting about social network right now is that they're becoming faster and faster and faster. Like we started like watching videos that last like 10 minutes. You could go to YouTube maybe and watch a video that lasts like 10 minutes, 15 minutes and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it started evolving to the point where you can enjoy a video that lasts for 10 seconds or 3 or 2.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
engage.
yeah, and you still have that engage and you still have the hook in the video. And from that, you can take the content for as long as you need it. It's not that you want to make longer content or shorter content.
Yeah.
It's that you can take it to wherever you want it to be. Like for instance, if you're gonna speak to people that needs a little bit more explanation, you can make a longer video. But you have to identify those people, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not like adapting to the social networks, but instead you keep on doing what marketing has been doing for years, which is adapt the marketing to the people that you want to speak to
All right.
or that you want to talk to and the message that you want to deliver. So if you start considering those things, you may realize that you can make a 10-minute long video or a 10 seconds short video, you know, and they're gonna work just the same. They're gonna be as useful
Yeah.
for the brand.
Yeah, but it's for different people, as you mentioned, right?
Yeah. So answering in a concrete answer, it would be like you have to adapt to people and their behaviors on the networks. Networks, the main thing that you can get from networks or from social networks are insights.
Yes.
And that's it. You can do whatever you want if you have enough information. But you have to learn, you also have to learn how to process that information in order to turn it into something useful.
Into something good.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, moving on, I think our career kind of get misinterpreted, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, so you're just always on the fun, and it's not a job, it's like a fake job and all that stuff." So, what are some common misconceptions, that people has had to you and what you do?
Oh, that's a good question because most people think that because you are fast on the things that you do, then they are not as worthy as you charge them for doing them, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Like they say, like, it takes you like 5 minutes. Yes. Because I've been learning from this to
Yeah.
get to this point where I can do it in 5
5
minutes. But how long is it gonna take to you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do it yourself. Go ahead. I challenge you.
Let's see how many
And do it as
times.
good,
Yeah.
as you can, because
Yeah, exactly. Deliver something of quality, something that people is gonna actually be aware of,
Mhm.
and not like the design that we were watching this earlier about the delgaditas.
All right.
of course. Yeah, no, while I was working, I talked to you once, I think about a presupuesto,
And
Budget.
a budget.
a budget, yeah. And yeah, it was like you said, people kind of wanted to take advantage of the fact that I was kind of still studying and all
Yep.
that,
Mm.
and just wanted like just to be free, kind of. And they don't like it. Like, just do it yourself.
Yeah, go out or look for someone who's gonna make it for a cheaper price and see
See the
Let's
difference.
how
see the
much quality do you
yeah.
get. Yep.
Of course.
So
Um,
Guadalupe, help
I
us with the
think-
next question.
I think that I have to say hello first.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast, Guadalupe.
It is so good to have you with us.
So good that you made time for us.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, another question that we have is, if you can share a memorable change of setback from one of your projects and how you navigate it.
Kind of like a memorable challenge
Yes,
Like
like
something that
um,
you struggle about.
the hardest.
Yeah, there's been a lot. The hardest one. Well, once I was hired uh, by a couple who wanted to record their wedding,
All right.
and
Mm.
I attend to the event and I recorded the event. And I had everything. Like, yes, I had the best cameras, and I had the best microphones, and everything.
Like
I
all the
had a lot of
resources.
gear at that moment. It was all rental,
But you had it.
but I had it, yeah.
Mhm.
And then everything was perfect. And then when I get to the editing part, um, one day I was editing, and I had everything on the hard drive of my computer. And then there was like a an electricity cut, like, and everything, yeah, everything shut down. And when electricity came back, I started my computer and it was damaged. The hard drive damaged because of the electricity failure. And I lost everything. Every video, every audio, everything, every picture that I
Damn.
took, everything was lost. So I had to face the challenge of
Uh-huh.
telling these people that I just lost their most valuable memories
Yeah.
and that there was no way
to get it back.
to get it back. Exactly. And it was not gonna be repeated. It cannot be done again.
Like,
Yes, no way to
Yep.
say
And
marriage
again.
again.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Can we redo the wedding? It wasn't nice the first one.
we can consider it was a rehearsal now. Maybe.
You can obtain the divorce.
Yeah.
maybe we can wait to 25 years for the anniversary and stuff. Like, I don't
To
remember.
vows
Like the silver
Yeah, and
wedding or
then you
something
can
like
win, and
that.
it's gonna be for free.
Yeah.
Still, you have to wait 25 years.
So,
How did you do it?
So,
Yes.
yeah, the best thing that you can do is give them back their money and apologize, and apologize, and
I'm
apologize, and
sorry.
apologize. I remember, like, the hardest thing of that anecdote was that the groom, no, wait, the groom,
like grooming?
No,
no.
the group. The husband.
Ah.
yeah, like the husband, or yeah, he's a groom.
It is the groom.
Yes,
I don't know.
the groom. He was so mad that he wanted to slap me in the face. Yeah, he said like, "Oh, punch you right in the face," but I'm too um educated. Like I'm too good for that. I'm not gonna slap you. You're an asshole. And he was super mad.
Totally.
Yeah, he was like super mad. And the girl, she was like, "Oh, it's okay. If there's no other way,
Yeah,
It happened.
we
it is
already
what
have
it is.
we already have our money back. Let's do something good with this, right?" And he was super mad. And also his mother. Yeah. I remember.
Oh,
Not the
and
mothers.
that sounds more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I remember she was waiting in the car and she was looking at me like saying, she said with her side, he was saying like, "I hate you and I hope you die and go to hell."
I remember one thing you told us. The younger guys looked at you like you were como si fueras un pendejo.
Yeah.
So maybe the woman was like
Yeah.
thinking the same.
in the same headspace.
Yeah, and I cannot blame them for that because at this point of my life, it's been like 9 or 8 years from that, and they still don't have their memories,
Of
Mhm.
course.
and they will never get them back.
Yeah, and that is how like teacher Javi learned how to make backups and
Yep.
Learn the importance of
I
a cloud.
yeah.
But if there's something more important that I learned from that is that um it doesn't matter what happens to you or how many troubles that you have, you still have to carry on.
Yeah.
You still have to go away, show your face, and say, "I'm so sorry. I know you're right. In everything that you're saying, you're right. There's nothing for me from now on than just learn about this lesson." And I did. Now I tend to do like 2 or 3 backups from everything. Everything. I have everything in the cloud. I have everything, and still I have lost important stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that was the last wedding he did.
Yep.
Totally.
Actually, yeah, it was the last one. Yep.
Yeah, because
And I will never do that.
it's kind of heavy, like you messing or handling with the most important memories of that people.
Yep.
It is not about money. It is about
Moments.
like, yeah, emotional stuff, and it is very difficult.
Yes, it's
Yep.
about the clients that already have the wedding of your life.
Yeah, like they trusted you, you know?
Yes,
They
Yeah.
trusted that you can that you were able to get the job done. And you were not.
Yeah.
I still blame CFE for that.
Yeah.
They're not getting back the memories.
Yeah.
So moving to another question,
Yeah.
what factors do you consider when starting a new project or collaborating with a client?
To be passionate about the significance of the project. There are projects where not even the client feels passionate about their brand. So you have to take them to that level. You have to go and speak to them and say, you know, you can do amazing stuff with this, but you have to change this, and then you have to maybe modify something that you have been doing wrong from your, I don't know, operative perspective, maybe. And when they start listening to the stuff that you are saying, and even if, not even, sorry, it is more likely for them to listen to you if you use a professional language. If
Yeah.
you express like yourself in the terms of how things are called and not how people call the stuff. Yeah. So they start trusting you, and they start trusting their brand. They start saying like, yeah, maybe this guy's right. Maybe I can take this to a higher level. Maybe I can do something different with my brand. Maybe it has the potential that I was not able to see in my own brand. Maybe he is able to see it. And yeah, I like working with things that I enjoy. Uh, Up to this moment, I have never been able to reject a project because of that. But at this point of my life, I am able to say, what's your brand about? No, maybe when you get the first interview with the client, you go like, what's your brand about? Well, you know, I sell t-shirts. Okay, what are those t-shirts about? You know, popular stuff. You know, I don't feel like you have a project, you have an idea, and you can go and work on your idea, and then you can come back to me when you have a project.
When you have the
Yeah. Why do I do that? Because when they have no clear path to follow, they tend to consider that even if your job is well done, it is not, because they're not having the results they want. And in my business, everything is measured through the results that you deliver. And even if you did like your job the best you can, they're gonna consider that it is not, because they're not having the results, even if it is their responsibility, because they have not a good prospection of what they want to actually do with the brand they are like creating, right?
Yeah, maybe some of them they don't even realize or know what they want. So,
Exactly, yeah. For instance, I had a client that he's still being my client, but he's like this guy that I wanna do like this project, and then I have another 3 projects, and I have five several different projects that branch from the first project that I told you. So I need the 15 logos for tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
are you willing to pay for that? Yes, I'm willing
It's
to pay for
possible.
that. That's incredible, cool. And then you create the logos, and you turn in your job and everything, and then you see how they will never use those images again. They will never use the work that they paid for.
Of course.
And it happens a lot that there's people who they have like a good attitude and everything, but that's all they have, good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ideas need to be like structured, and you need to make it to
Yeah.
make a product, right?
Yeah, you have to create a layout of what you want
Yeah.
to.
It's like
And
put it on
content.
paper.
The discipline, to actually follow through and create a path to what you
Yeah,
want to
it
achieve.
is
and
very
it's-
hard. Yeah,
It's
and
hard. It's not for everyone.
yeah, I noticed that in like my internship because I saw these people that, yeah, I want to make a business. Let's make the Instagram account and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, I need to make a 60-page document to back up my project, so it is not that easy to put it on paper.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's people who know the name that they want their business to have, but they don't even know their break even.
Yeah.
They haven't calculated costs. They haven't actually like get or they haven't got into the project. They are like still dreaming.
Yeah. Like, ooh, ideas.
Yeah,
earned.
it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's been 4 months
Mhm.
of you saying that it's gonna be great. When is it gonna start being great?
Yeah, we have also mates that they say that they are working in companies that
Yeah.
doesn't even have like mission and vision, or values and something like that.
I myself don't. I don't.
Okay, it is okay,
He
teacher.
has a passion.
But I have an idea. No,
I have a dream.
I have no mission.
I have a dream.
But I do have a vision
Yeah.
Correct.
of where I want to be, or not where I want to get this business to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this business it's not a business. It is me and Carlita working with people,
Yes, it's
and
about
yeah, it is a process.
Freelance.
Yeah.
Yep.
The most important in a business is not just a good idea, is the effort that you have in that idea and the constancy that you have in the idea that you have, because at the first everything can work and everything is gonna be okay, but when the adversity is coming,
Yeah.
you know, and you have to have a vision about what you want for your business, and the consistency and the efforts and work on it every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like having this passion is what fuels you. That it was helping. It is what helped you to carry out with these issues or with these like adversities.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I think that's the main reason why I don't have a mission and a vision and everything, because this project changes every month.
Yeah.
Ask Carlita, like last month it was like we have a new client, Carlita. It is gonna be candles. Candles client. They make candles.
Candles.
Candles, yeah.
Wow.
It is called white candles.
Okay.
That's
Because
pretty good
white
name.
candles for
Of
white
course.
people, right?
Yeah, totally are.
Because
Yeah.
what else?
I see it.
I would buy candles, yeah. No, and it started like they're pretty interested, Carlita. Yeah, I think they're paying tomorrow. And then the clients are like, yeah, but I want to see some of your job done first, and then I'm gonna be into it. No, I'm gonna be interested enough to pay. And then at the end of the month, they were like super happy with the job that we did. They were like, yeah, we really like the way the social networks live, and we like the amount of messages that we're getting, and we're also already sending like um, candles to Oaxaca. And they were selling good, like they were selling good. And then when we they asked for the quote, for the final quote, and when we sent it, they were like, "Do you have a cheaper version of this package or of this I don't know quote?" And I was like, "No, that's like the lowest I can charge you for the amount of work that we have to invest." Oh yeah, we're gonna call you tomorrow.
And
They
there
never
is
called
no
back.
tomorrow.
They
You
never
got
called.
ghosted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It is what it is.
And that's something that yeah, it is also risky, like because we invested money
Yeah.
Yeah.
and effort
Time.
and time. Yep. And at the end, they disappeared. But it's good.
Yeah, it is okay.
Casi algo fueron.
Casi algo.
Las candles.
Okay, teacher. How do you balance creativity and strategy in your work?
Creativity and strategy. Well, I think that for my job specifically, it is not difficult to balance strategy and creativity because they are not related. They are not related for real. Like you may say, no, yes, they're related because it depends. Your designs or the images that you produce depends on your creativity. Yes, but the solutions to the problems that you face are numbers.
Alright.
So creativity doesn't play an important role because like you may say, I'm gonna make this I'm gonna make this thing red and then I'm gonna add this picture that I did and I'm gonna use this typography, like this typeface. It's gonna be super cool, it's gonna look super cool. And yeah, maybe you get a pretty good design. But once you go to the network and you publish it and then you pay the fee for the promotion, you start noticing that people like trash.
Yeah.
Like you have a great design, but people is not paying attention to it.
No.
So you have to move aside your creativity and say, okay, you want Arial? I'm gonna use Arial. You want blue colors? Okay, fine. And that's what you're gonna. That's like the last thing that you deliver, right? That's like the last thing that you turn in.
That you say is what people consume.
Yep. That's why I enjoy personal projects the most because you have total freedom.
Of course.
Yeah, totally. That was a pretty good answer. I wasn't expecting that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've been told this quarter
Yeah,
a
we
lot
have.
about you have to be creative for everything.
Mhm.
You have to. And there's and like we get it, but
Yeah,
we
uh-huh.
know that there's more.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Like
so
you
much
have
more.
to. Yes, you have to. But there's other ways of being creative.
Of course.
Like creativity is not just like look at this image.
Mm.
I just made it, and it looks like a Disney. It looks like a Disney promotion, right? Yeah, but you're not Disney,
Right.
and you're
Yeah.
not selling the Disney experience, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
People is gonna look at that and it's gonna say this thing's not real.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it is difficult.
it is difficult.
You,
You know, as we mentioned before, you've been the four-word letter GO teacher. How do you approach, these digital marketing or media subjects that you know into your teaching, into classes, or what do you hope your students to take away from these classes?
That's a good question. I hope my students. I feel I don't want to like get this um reputation of being like the person that says like my subjects, yeah, they are the best.
The most important.
Yeah, the most important. They are not. What I do feel is that my subjects they are like the point where everything converges.
Yep.
Like if you know from investigation or marketing research and you know how to gather this information and then you know how to create your service or the instruments that you're gonna be using in order to measure the results that you want to get. My subjects they are like the point where you learn how you can actually use those tools,
Like put it in practice.
yes, and start using them with a purpose. Because I feel like everything through the degree, it's pretty simulated.
Yeah.
And when you
It's
get to this point where you sorry actually produce results and you have numbers to measure those results, I think that that's the main importance of those subjects. Speaking about digital marketing the most,
all right.
because when you go to, like, for instance, gestión de proyectos, project management, when you pass through that subject, it is so much content that you get like confused.
Yeah.
Like you say that this is a way that you actually create an endeavor, but there's so much to know that I can only pay attention to the things that are important in order for me to pass the subject.
Yeah.
But when you get to digital marketing, for instance, and I feel like that's kind of important, that you as a teacher should not be preconceived as the person that is going to judge your job as a student. You have to be preconceived or conceived as the person that will allow you to get all this knowledge that you don't know what to do with in order. Like, how do I start? No? Like, I want to make a market research. Okay, where do I start? Well, you have to first set your goals. What do you want to achieve?
Yes.
Okay, well, I wanna have, I don't know, 10,000 conversions. What's your conversion rate? I mean, not your conversion rate. Sorry. How are you measuring your conversions? Is it that you get a message? Is that a conversion for you, or you just get a click on a link? Is that a conversion for you? Or you just want to have impressions, or you just want to have a huge reach? I don't know. We have to set your goals, but that's something that through your degree you will never be able to understand because you have not seen it from a perspective where you can see everything working together. So I feel like we teach, well, the subjects before digital marketing, they teach you like things, but as a unit. Like, this is the way you do this, but that's not a market research. This is the way you create a survey, for instance, but that's not market research.
Yeah, it is a small part of
Yes,
the market
exactly.
research.
Or it might be one step.
Yeah.
That's what I consider important from my subjects.
Yeah, I want to highlight that part that is like this, the whole career is full of theory, but theory and practice, they are like equally important to develop and to learn in about business and stuff. And I see like your subjects more like a direct practice of what you learn through the last quarters, you know?
Yeah, and something that I like about this subject is that it allows me as a teacher to prove that you know
Yeah.
prior
Yeah.
knowledge, that you have it. Like,
Yeah.
because if I go to you and then I ask you, I don't know, like, conversions.
Yeah.
Am I gonna go back to conversions? I have a fifth graders group right
Mhm.
now, and one day at mid quarter, I came up and asked, guys, do you remember what a conversion is? And they went blank.
Yeah, like totally don't remember.
No. And I said, like, you know nothing. You don't know what a conversion is? You know nothing.
Okay.
Because you are supposed to know at least what it is. what
Basic
is it
concept
used
of.
for. Yeah.
But you don't have to ask in this moment.
Please don't ask in this moment what a conversion is.
We're the one asking questions. So.
You can go back like 5 minutes and just explain what a conversion
Yeah.
is.
It's something related with your perceptions.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends. The best answer.
Of course.
Well, can you describe a teaching moment with a student interaction that had a significant impact on you?
Everyone, every single student. Yeah, no, 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 no. And I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound like. I don't want to sound like. Oh, this guy is so sweet. No, because significant
Yeah.
may be something negative too.
Um,
So, who's gonna listen to this?
Like just us.
Probably the teacher.
Maybe.
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, once, long time ago.
mm, why are you seeing me?
That way.
No, no, no. I'm watching you directly because you asked.
I think that was because you say something about bad experience with the student.
Yeah, well, I have a positive one, and then I'm gonna tell you a negative one. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Balance.
Gossiping.
We want name, curse, and student ID.
A good one. Once, when I started working at UTECH or UTC, I don't know how you say it. When I started working at UTECH, I had a student that one day came up to me. I was teaching him Introducción al Diseño Digital. And once he got to me, he was studying information technologies. And he said, teacher, these weeks that we've been working with design, I kind of feel like maybe information technologies is not for me.
Mm.
And I think that we're pretty careful with the answer, but I said like, does this degree worth the time that you're gonna spend in order to get your major? And he was like, well, maybe because I wanna make some money. And then I said, which is something that I consider is true. I said to him that it doesn't matter what you do. If you don't like it, you will never get money from that. You have to be good. You have to be good because you're passionate about it. You have to enjoy what you're doing. Because if you're not enjoying what you do, you will never do it at its max. Um, you may be remarkable, you may be upstanding, but you will never be the prime of the things that you do. And that's something that I kind of feel it was important for him. It was transcendent for him. Uh, Another month came on, and then another, and then it was the end of the quarter, and he was like failing everything.
Mm.
And then he came up to me and he said, I don't wanna keep on doing this. I don't wanna keep on wasting my time on this degree because I don't feel it fits me. And then he said, what can I do? And then I told him, you cannot leave this degree without having an other option or somewhere else to go because you're gonna start having troubles at home. You're gonna start having personal, emotional problems because of these different ideas of I was doing something and then I'm not doing anything and I'm not making money and I'm not like giving something back to my family, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, no, but I have a plan. And I was like, yeah, what's it about? And he said, I want to work with you. And I was like, yeah, you're fucking crazy. You know nothing about design. First, you know nothing about design. You know nothing about this business. What? How could you be worthy for my business or the things that I do? And he said, I'm like, you're right, but I can learn and you can teach me. And I was like, sure, I can, but I'm not gonna pay for that. I mean, I'm not gonna pay for you to learn from me.
Yeah, like,
And he was like, yeah, why not? Give me a month. And I said, yes, okay, I'm gonna give you a month. And I was paying him 300 pesos a week. Yeah, of course, I'm a Nazi.
An slave.
Yeah, he was my slave. No, no,
Okay.
he was attending 2 hours a day, and those 2 hours were used in order for him to learn what the programs are used for, the different processes that you have to go through in order to get a final idea or get a final design. I taught him about color theory. I taught him about everything that you learn
In class,
in
yeah.
class, yeah. And then he started getting pretty good at it, like pretty good, real good. And then one day he came up and he said, I need you to rise up
Payment.
my payment." Yes. And I was like, you know what? Yes, you're good enough at this point in order to be helpful for me to produce more one. So yeah, I'm gonna rise up your payment if you commit yourself to sorry, I got distracted.
I'm sorry, teacher.
If you commit yourself to make that income for the business. So like you're gonna have to be working a little bit more. You're gonna have to be relating with the clients a little bit more. And then he started doing it. At the point where he one day he said like, I've been doing my savings. Right now I have enough in order to pay my enrollment into a design school. And I have to
That's
stop
pretty
working with you because I'm not gonna have any more time for this business because I wanna go to school. And that was super emotive for me.
Yeah.
It was like yes,
Like
yeah,
you change
yeah.
his life.
I don't want to say that I changed his life. I just gave him different tools for he to change his own life,
Right.
and he did.
Yeah.
Because the way I teach is like you're gonna see me doing it, and then you're gonna have to do it by yourself, okay?
YouTube
So-
tutorials.
Yeah, yeah, and I send him tutorials and everything. Yes, so as I do with you, and yeah, it changed his life. Right now, he's now working with two clients that he stole from me, but I'm not even mad about it because one of them were like, "Do you know about someone that has a little bit more?" No, sorry, a little bit less experience, and he might be cheaper, or he or she might be cheaper. Yes, and I recommended this guy, and they are still working up to this day. It's been 2 years from that.
That's
And recently, I had this client, which he was like this client that he pays like the lowest fee, and but he says always like métele más diseño, always, always. And I was like, I think that I know a person that can
work with you.
that can work with you, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be
okay.
cool for you. And yeah, that they've been working for 2 months at this point. So he's like starting to build his own client base. That's cool.
That's pretty good.
And a negative one is there's this one's not about a specific person, but there's a moment in your life as a teacher, depending on the kind of person that you are. I'm kind of anxious.
Yeah.
So it has been
Wait.
hard for me to understand my students as I get older.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was like in the same rank of age. But at this moment, there are things that I do not understand or why students behave that way. And it starts getting me stressed. And I start when I'm in class and I start getting like how do you say inseguro?
Insecure?
Yeah, insecure, but like I lost my self-confidence.
Yeah.
I tend to lose my confidence when I'm in a group that behaves that way. I have never ever regañado a un grupo. I've never done that. It only happened this quarter. It was like an explosion. It was not. I was like containing it, like everything's cool, you're good. You know the kind of person you are. Chill, a lot, chill.
They
You
make
are
the
peace
teacher
and love.
cry. They made the teacher
No.
cry and left the room.
They
Crying?
they made me left the room, but I didn't cry.
In front of them.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have any trouble with
Like,
saying
No,
Yeah.
if that happened.
we
Like,
know.
yeah, but it is like this experience that most of the people have that you may cry the teacher, like the woman teacher, and
or,
she
or
left.
a male teacher, it doesn't matter. You can push a person to
To the
their
limit.
limits
Yeah.
Yeah.
at any moment. But yeah, it was like, yeah, I left the classroom. Like, and I have never done that. Never. I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I used to be like, it doesn't matter.
Se me resbala.
If they want to learn, they're gonna be here. They're gonna
Yeah.
pay attention, and they're gonna take what they need, or they're gonna let go what they don't. But at that moment, it was like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why should I give? And I left. And yes, I got really mad, real mad. But then I left, and I was like, "It is your job. Stop. You cannot cry about it." And I went to the bathroom, like.
Yeah. It is like as you said,
Gasping in silence.
Yeah.
we all have our limits. So
Yeah.
And I think something that we've noticed, that like younger generations,
Yeah, they're
that
asking.
we've seen,
They are hard, I
it's
think.
like, yeah, because I remember the first days we were coming home, and from the morning, and it was like a shithole. Like they have no respect at all.
Yeah.
And I heard that they had problems with the girls from the coffee
yeah,
shop.
every single
Haven't heard
person
about it.
in the
Yeah,
That's
so it was
cool.
like, man, come on.
Yeah, I feel like the way they relate with each other has changed to the
Mhm.
point where it is not like disrespectful.
Yeah.
But since we are, bueno, at least yo, at least me, at least I am an older person, I feel like, yes, I'm starting to have troubles to understand the way they relate.
Yeah.
So I've been like marking a limit. There's things that I can speak with my students, but there's another kind of things that I cannot speak with them, or that I cannot talk to them about with them.
And how was when you have to come back with the students with this group?
Sin echarnos
he didn't
flores.
feel like-
Okay, it feels.
What a harsh question.
Um,
No, it was like
He didn't
Hey.
come back.
no, it was like a common day. Like,
mm,
hello, how are you? And that's it.
Fuckers.
I don't think about you that much.
Yeah. Something that I like to do in my classes is I like to share things that are not related with the subject.
Yeah.
For instance, like anecdotes or things that may be worthy for you to solve troubles or problems that may come up when you are ejerciendo.
Yeah.
But that's something that changed. I started looking at this group and thinking to myself, like, if I could like teach something further than the subject, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to share this with this group.
Yeah.
And that's something that I feel I'm in my right.
It is
Totally,
valid.
yeah.
It's totally valid.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I started like, you want this kind of teacher, you're gonna receive this kind of teacher.
Yeah.
that's it.
It is like a reflection of yourselves.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
you get from
get-
me.
I even told them once, and this was like a casual talk. I told them that they could have been a generation able to change the world that we live in, but they decided not to become that generation.
Oh, wow. It is kind of deep.
Because it is. They decided not to be that generation.
Yeah. The woke virus.
No, I don't even think so. It's like, People are more openly shitty these days.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's hard.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I know that everything is like justified through humor.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we can go to the last question. What are your goals or aspirations for the future?
I want to get another cat as soon as possible.
It's a
Please.
If you know someone,
I accept donations.
No, my goals in terms of at least this year, I would like to be able to take this business to the next level. And when I say next level, I mean I want to be able to make the people that is sharing this project with me as wealthy as I know we both can be.
Yeah.
And I want this.
Dinerito.
Yeah, I want money. Everybody wants it.
Yes.
But through this process, I want others to be benefit from that effort
Mhm.
because it doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything if I have it for myself.
Yeah.
There's no point in having money for you.
want to share.
Yep.
To serve others.
I wanna give others the chance that I didn't have,
Yeah.
like the support,
Mhm.
maybe,
That's cool. And write a mission.
and write a mission and a vision.
And the value.
No, we have no values.
He wants money.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's pretty much it.
it's been really good.
It was a pretty good episode. I don't know how to say it in English, but we closed it with broche de oro.
Totalmente.
So thank you, teacher, for being here with us to the
Thank
podcast.
you for having me.
For accept the invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yes.
we've always enjoyed your classes and talking to you, so it's great having you again.
Yeah, still being this teacher and this person that are pretty like open and
Yeah.
be you. That's it.
Just
Thank
keep
you.
being you.
No, we'll be adjourned. Yes.
Be the sweet guy you are.
That's something you never lose. No, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so
I
much.
also
you.
I also enjoy your company. Enjoy your.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you.
teacher.
So let's end with this episode and
Thank you.
listen us in YouTube and other platforms. Follow us in our social media, and that's it.
That's
Goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Forever.
Bye.